Planning for the Abyss Den. Abyss Den is a new unlockable at level 87. Now we're at level 86. And I'm quite sure that there is something. Oh, Abyss Den is only unlocked at level 88. Okay. I thought it was 87. It's actually on 88. So it's a bit farther ahead. That's where you level up the crown, basically. The idea is that we can plan ahead, way ahead as well, in terms of energy consumption and XP level ups. You need to know that one energy spent equals one experience point. You also need to know that you get one energy per 6 minutes. So every 6 minutes there is a new energy piece. Now 6 minutes, and how many minutes do you have in a day? In a day you have 24 hours times 60 minutes. So 1440 minutes in total. 1440. This number of minutes. And if you divide this by 6, then you know that you get exactly 240 energy. So you can essentially store a day of energy in your storage, unless you have a higher, like this monthly VIP card, because then you can store a bit more than a day. So that's the idea. In a day you get 240 energy plus, and here is the big plus. You get in the events a claim option 11:30 to 14:30, I think, 17:30 to 20:30, and 20:30 to midnight. That's why it's hard to play at American servers, because it's kind of hard to claim the midnight one. So these are the claim times. And the idea is that in the first one you get 120, and the second one and in the third one you get 60. Now in the 60 you get 15 bonus, and here in the 120 as well. I think it's 15 as well, the bonus. So that's the amount of energy that you get per day. And here plus is missing. 525. This is 525 XP. It's a lot. Well, not that much, but it's still a lot. Then you can purchase energy. 120 energy per 50 diamonds for the first two, and then 120 per 100 diamonds for the rest. But it's good to know that 525 is already in the bag every single day. So that's the first thing. Then as long as you're below level 90, you get 200, 400, 600, 800, 1000, 1200, 1400 extra XP. So 1400. It's already 1925, because you have 7 of these missions. Then you have daily missions, and here we can add everything up. 500 XP just for donating to Guildtech. So I'm writing down 500. 120 to enter the arena a given number of times every day. 100 to explore crypts. Nothing for Conflux. 160 for Dragon Slayer. That is an automatic mission every day. You can make a case of whether you refresh the Holy Emblem store or not. So I'll just write Holy Emblem 60 in a comment elsewhere. Purchasing energy gives you 40, but it basically costs 50 diamonds. So energy 40. If you spend these 60 diamonds, then obviously you get 100 extra XP. Guild-Tech just once doesn't give you anything. Blackguard doesn't give you anything. Angel's Test doesn't give you anything. It's a different XP. EXP is there for the card. That extra card that where you have a free tier and a $30 tier or 20 something dollar tier. I've never purchased those, so I don't have experience, only in the free tier. And this one is 160. So 160 for Glory Arena, which you do anyway because it's for free. So that's the funny thing, that you have all these options. Now, if you add these up, and I took proper notes, without Holy Emblem and without energy purchase, you get 1040. So with all this, every single day you can expect to get 2965 in total. So almost 3000 XP a day. But we're not stopping here, because there is also a pack of weekly missions that are quite easy to get. Now you see that I managed to refresh the Holy Emblem store twice this week in total, because I needed the emblems. Not well, sometimes I also needed the last chest, because what I usually do is, if I don't need energy purchase and I need the Holy Emblem refresh to get these rewards, then spending 10 diamonds to earn 100 obviously pays off. But I rarely have to do it. So any chapter 100 times, this is in the bag. So 100 XP. 50 dungeon levels, this is also in the bag. Unit XP 10 times, this is also in the bag because it's a free purchase and you can do it twice a day. So this is also in the bag. Another 100. It's called Battle Scar, but it has nothing to do with Battle Scar. This one, 100 auto recruits, that's why I'm hoarding my silver keys. That's one reason. The other reason is the quest log, where you have some sort of you collect a faction, and then sometimes I get the units. You need to get 20 a day. I get the units from the altar. Now this one, King Head to Head, Arena 20 times. This is difficult. If you're free to play, wait, it's not even difficult. Arena 20 times a week. You have, it's not Duel of Champions, it's the Arena, and you have 5 attempts a day, so this is in the bag as long as you play. Blackguard, 10 missions is easy. You get 7 missions per attempt, at least if your account is high enough in terms of level. And that's where you get this currency from. That's one. 50 campaign victories. At the end you will have to win all 15. So this is in the bag for most players. If you're weak, then maybe you're suffering, but even then 50 a week, I mean, this means that you have to get like, how many? So 50 divided by 7, it's, you need to get 8 victories. In fact, it's only 7, but on one day you have to do 8. I think it's not that hard, except when you have a high VIP who purchased, for example, all the artifacts in the artifact shop, and that high VIP quit. That's when you can make a case for it that it doesn't, that you cannot get this 150. Now this one, energetic, purchase energy 10 times this week. I usually don't get this. This week I had to. I'll soon tell you why. So energy 10 times 150. I won't calculate with this in general. And the reason is that I don't purchase any energy by default. This week I had to because there was an event, the fishing event, Antlers Quest or something, when I had to purchase 2 energy to get an extra attempt, and there I could win Generation 3 Hero and Eternity Adamant. Obviously I purchased, because 20 Eternity Adamants are quite valuable. Not even comparable to this purchase value. Deal or no deal? 2000 diamonds spent in a week. It's a good question. There are some weeks when you do. There are other weeks when you don't spend this amount. This week I spent it on that event because I needed the Eternity Adamants. So 2k diamonds, 150 in total. Most of the time don't count on it, except when you pull Covenants, for example. Last week I pulled Covenants, this week there was the event. Donation. Gear Technology, it's in the bag as well. 150. Obvious, because you have like 14 to 17 attempts a day. And it's just gold. Guild map 250 times, that's also in the bag. Obvious as well. Remember, you have 350 movements, plus 100 for free, plus 100 for free, it's 550 points, so it's 55 squares per day, plus pathfinding, which means you average around like 70 a day. Most people don't know how to use the movements, but you accomplish this in 4 days. Duel of Champions 15 times, this is also good for free to play, so 150 XP. Lord of Glory, Glory Arena 25 times, it's also easy. These are things that you should get by default, by not spending anything. Kingdom Championship. Now, this doesn't happen every week, but when this doesn't happen, then you have Commander Duel. And I think it should be the same 250 XP. So participate in it, obvious. And it doesn't cost you anything. You have 45 attempts, and out of 45 you need 30. And the War Store purchase is easy. You can get, for example, Astro Silver in there, that from Monday to Thursday you purchase Astro Silver or something else like Heaven Customs or something, and you get it. That should be easy. So the 250s are quite easy as well. Endless Inferno reached the 50th floor. Now I'm at around like 120 to 150 depending on account, and it's easy. And that's all. That's the weekly. So I can expect to get 2100 per week. What does this mean? 2965 divided by 7 plus 2100. I can expect to get 22,855 XP for a whole week, plus this amount if I tend to purchase energy and spend diamonds. It's a weekly thing. Plus I can make a case for 100 in exchange for 60 diamonds. But wait a minute, if I get this 100 XP, then I get another 120 because of energy purchase. And also here, if I purchase it 10 times, don't count the energy twice, but if you purchase energy 10 times a week, in that case you get 1200 extra XP. So you can calculate with these, and surely your purchases can add up to a couple of thousand. So 25,000, 27,000, something like that. Now what we need to calculate, and in fact Abyss, then I thought it was level 87, it's actually level 88, doesn't matter. It's still valid. You see 34,400 and you have like 3063 in total. So this means that I need a bit more, so 31,000 or so to level up. A bit more or a bit less, doesn't matter. Around 31,000. This means that I cannot expect to level up next week. Okay, today is not over yet, so it's a bit more than 23,000 that I'm gonna get. But don't expect to level up next week, that's the idea. Because unfortunately, these main missions don't really give experience. The only thing that gives experience is when you reach a level. But other than that, everything else just gives you other stuff. That is useful, but it's not leveling you up. So that's how you can calculate ahead, sometimes way ahead, to see what you're gonna get, when you're gonna exactly level up. And what's interesting is that once the Episden starts, you will need to see this in an account, obviously. You need to calculate things in a way that after 50 attempts, after 100 attempts, and after 150 attempts, you get a special trial, and that special trial is gonna be needed. Our objective is usually to open all 3 chests. So you need 150 attempts, and for that it's worth starting on a Monday. You can see we have a ticket pack of 21 trials, and this is an extra buffer for at least the first week, or whenever you don't want to spend diamonds on Abysda. And these are the dusts that we get out of the experiment. And once you've consumed this dust, you will be able to level up the crown. The crown is right here. Eternal crown, level 88, I should have known this. So 2 more levels. And with the calculation, you can check out when you reach level 88 and make sure, even at the expense of spending just slightly a bit more diamonds here and there. Just slightly. I would not change my plans like too much. Just slightly, so that you maximize your Episden trials. Because in the advanced trial you get this resource, and this resource is quite scarce. But it doesn't matter that much. If you cannot max it out on the first week, it's not a big deal. Unless it's a cutthroat competition. Now you see everyone is on level 86. I just reached it a few days after all the others. So that's how you roll. And these calculations, if you calculate things ahead and you have a plan to see when you're gonna reach this, it's more interesting, more important. I know that next week I'm not gonna reach it. The week after, if I'm really lucky, I'll reach it around Sunday, but I suspect that I will reach it in 2 weeks. So I'm not worrying at the moment about calculations. Just know how much XP you're earning, and just reflect as well that by knowing how much XP you're earning, is it worth getting 120 XP in exchange for 50 diamonds when you earn 3000 a day, plus your share of the 2100, so 300 a day as well on top, 3300 almost. So in that case it diminishes. Do you need the resources? Well, possibly, because for example I have a hard time in the alchemy workshop. You know, this is the place where you get this resource, because we have so many resources, and right now I'm only going for Inferno Fortress because I don't have that much. You see, I don't even do all the refresh. I haven't even unlocked this because I know that I'm never gonna feed this. Oh, I can get these. Amazing. I know that I'm never gonna feed this. I will not use crystals. Maybe when I'm really lazy the green ones, because I will need this for the 6-star Rat Lord. It's coming within a month. And these are not that valuable, these resources, but I don't have many of them. +2 maybe I can get some droplets from these, but not that much. That's the problem. This is a big problem. I don't have that many resources because I'm not spending energy. But at the same time I'm still fine, because if you check out my battle formation, I make some progress. And sooner or later I'll obviously level it up to the level that I need. I'm quite close actually, you see, Inferno. I just need some Gox. And how can you get Gox? Quite easy, you go to the barracks, Inferno, Well, it's not that easy because I'm not gonna speed this up. It costs diamonds, you see. 5 tokens for 50 diamonds, no way. So I need to shoot some arrows or do something else. And then you level this up. But even at a slower pace it's fine, because I would prefer Covenant to these level ups, at least at the moment. I have my other tricks, where my account is significantly stronger than the account of others. So that's how you play. You see, opponents still, they are trying hard. Now, I try hard with Lord Phoenix, that's the only thing, but I'm nowhere near beating him. And these are the attempts of others, and the rest is just a sweep. Alright, that's the idea, that's how you play. And keep track of your XP and have a plan of when you're gonna reach a certain level.